I think part of the reason why the university is saying you've been acting in bad faith is because it seemed you guys released a joint statement and then 2 hours later you guys said you were going to strike this Thursday. That, I can sort of understand where they're coming from in that respect. Can you explain why that occurred?
Of course, you can see why they've spun it that way, certainly. But if you look at that joint statement, it was quite deliberately put into two sections. This was the agreement on the 24th of February, and on the other side of the piece of paper this is the progress that's been made since then. If you look at that, it's quite clear that despite those hours and hours of talks, very little progress had been made. That was the reason that we wanted that joint statement to go out, to show to everybody that no progress had been made despite these days and hours of talks. And crucially, no progress at all had been made on the reviews, which is the reason we got into dispute in the first place. So that, I think that's very clear. Now, if you look at the university, then went and published its confidential papers. Papers that it agreed were confidential with us, and then without telling us just goes and published them. Now, if you look at those proposals that it published, they are a lot less than they'd agreed to on the 24th of February. So they publicly declared that they're going to do less as a result of talking to the UCU for another 2 weeks. I think people can read into that, and that's why we declared a strike, because no progress was made, and they were actually trying to backtrack from the agreement on the 24th of February.